to the podcast. Whatever. What is this? The April wrap up?
We are in
May wrap up. I lost track of time. At the time of this video being uploaded, I already sold my Switch for crack money. So, or it's already been bricked. Because, like, I looked up the word hacking, and Nintendo threw a brick at my window and it hit my Switch.
Yeah, man. The word out there is that apparently, if you buy a Switch 2, or you even consider thinking about Nintendo Switch at all, you're part of a satanic cult that is going to shut down all electronics in the next 2 years.
If you agree to the terms.
God.
If you agree to the terms.
If you agree to the terms.
But you can't do anything unless you agree to the terms.
That have always been in gaming. We have a friend that is super in on this.
Who doesn't listen to these podcasts, so we can talk about it.
Listen to this news. Even if he did, like, this guy is going down rabbit hole after rabbit hole, and he's losing his mind about the fact that Nintendo Switch 2 has a user agreement that doesn't want him to pirate games on the system. Like, that's not... I didn't think that was revolutionary. I didn't think that was, like, shocking. But apparently that's shocking to this guy. Like, what are we talking about? You never... No system ever wants you to do that. Like, that's not a new thing. If... Like we spent an hour trying to sway him alongside another guest on the Cartoon Chat episode 50. Check that out. That'll be out by the time this is out. AJet. We all came together and tried to talk about it, but he wanted to stand firm on this strange perception. Very weird. But yeah, Mark. No, but yeah, it's the May wrap up.
Yes, we saw movies today. Not today, this month.
I mean, technically.
That you who messed up my brain, man.
Let's start with the news roundup, Mark. Obviously, there are 3 things we're going to run through. First things first.
I'm sorry to stop you real quick. I like how you added these transitions and you still didn't put them up on screen anyway.
I put the second one up on screen.
You didn't put the transition up. You put the screenshot up after the transition.
Hey, it's all good. We're good in the world of screen.
A waste of time just setting up these nice transitions just to not be seen by anyone except the other host.
We were just talking about the fact that, like, editing, having care and compassion, and, like, having the effort, and now it doesn't matter anymore. Again, that was me with PowerPoint back in the day. PowerPoint does AI, like, there's an AI assistant in PowerPoint now. Kids can just fucking shove that shit in there. It does not matter. Like,
everyone's super.
Everyone's super. So
yeah, no one is.
So transitions, good. They don't fucking matter. Zootopia 2, I think you gotta shout out the fact that the flow to this trailer is unique, but it keeps it consistent. When you think about this in movie theaters, notably what you're gonna find is that it just kind of flows you into the next trailer, which is beautiful because there's so many trailers that are so typical and their pacing is slow and groggy. Like the Elio trailers, they're so typical, it's like, I'm bored. But like this just flows and it's like, that's what you want in a teaser, honestly.
One of the worst trailers we have right now is the Smurfs trailer. To the new Smurfs movie that's coming out in 2025, folks. But like props to it, like, because it has a trope that like hasn't I haven't seen in recent trailers is like the trailer narrator is back. Cause like when trailers back in like the 2000s and the 90s, they would have a trailer narrator like, he's a guy, he's a girl,
welcome to a world
but when they meet,
rule.
shenanigans ensue.
This
Bill something celebrity guy is the romance movie guy coming to theaters, you know.
No, I feel like Jason Statham returns again for another fucking movie about being a working man.
And the only time you get like trailers for narrations is like Acolyte trailers. Like critics call it the shittiest fucking piece of shit, dog shit. Oh my god, why are you quoting me? Get out of my face.
No, I mean I agree. Like that's I guess a shining thing, but again, like this is the flow to this teaser is great because it does exactly what it's supposed to tell you. It doesn't reveal much, but it does give you a sense of, hey, this is happening. And Disney already knows. They don't even need to put another teaser out, but they are going to put like 2 more trailers.
Well,
a regular trailer and then a final trailer.
Here's what I like about it.
But they could do literally nothing and save their marketing budget and just release the movie.
Here's what I like about it. It's like a teaser in the fashion of what like Pixar used to do, which is just like pretty much a short that advertises like this is how the movie could be. And I miss those, man. They were a little like one of my favorite ones. Was just like Mr. Incredible trying to put on his belt, and it's like bring up some rice cakes, and and then like the fuck he gets the belt on, he's like,
that's great.
Yeah, that scene is not in the movie at all, but it was funny.
Yes. Again, like I think it does give you a great presentation of, hey, we're back in this world again, but it's going to be a different setting. You have this new snake. Now, if you look online, people are already kind of tired of the snake. They think, oh, this guy's going to be awkward. And it's like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, just wait for the movie. I understand that you may see it's not a Shrek 5 thing. This is. Again, Zootopia is a little more fast than that, but there's a lot of early perception on how the snake is going to intrude.
We'll have a voice yet. Wait for it.
Have a voice.
I know, but people complain about everything.
People complain about everything.
So unless it's like a valid complaint, I don't listen to it.
Here's my complaint, real quick about briefly tangent. You said this while we were watching the teaser, and that is furries don't like when we say, hey, there's a sexual aspect to your world. But then everywhere online, you guys somehow find a way to make everything kind of like...
Wait, they don't like that?
They don't.
I know some that just embrace that.
That's what I'm saying. But there are a lot where it's like, the furry community is not just that. We are also, it's like, but sorry, it rather quickly, more than any other area of any media, falls into that.
I know there's like communities that have like that sort of thing, because like there's plenty of like Sonic like the Sonic community Sonic is like I'll tell you, like there's like some of us, even me, I'll tell you, it's not all sex. It's not. But then you come across like other Sonic fans, like, where's the sex at?
It is all that.
Where's the couplings? But that's every fan base.
It is. But notably, again, in the anthropomorphic community, it seems like, again, it's there. As I get banished from Anthrocon next year. Zootopia 2, though, again, I'm glad to see the duo back. Again, like, everything looks great. I love this mysterious aspect to it. Again, like, you're doing the thing that the first one nailed, which is you're following this sleuthy investigation, and I like that. Like, keeping it in tone of what it is.
What I like about this teaser, like, again, it's like what Pixar used to do. Also, like, this sort of marketing thing is what video games do. Where like sometimes it will just be a teaser to if it's a teaser to a sequel, it won't really like it won't like really show gameplay. It's just like, hey, this is like, because especially Sonic does that too, or it's just like a CG teaser where it's like, hey, this is the new environment. This is a new character. We're not gonna give you all the details right away, but like, hey, this is the style. This is what the new shit looks like. Yep. We're gonna like just get excited, and it's like, yeah, I got the extra bits of information I needed, which is like, yeah, characters are returning, and you get like a vague concept they won't get the full synopsis, but the vague concept is like they got a snake, and everybody's after that fucking snake, and Judy and Nick have to protect the snake.
Default ringtone.
Sorry.
You fucked up the whole podcast. Silence your phones. But yeah.
Yeah.
Buy a mini fridge for college, get a free ice tray. Or buy a PC for college, get a free Xbox 360.
Xbox. In the middle of, obviously, we had these tariff scenarios over the past couple months, lots of price fluctuations. Microsoft has decided to increase the Xbox systems that they operate on and their accessories by a lot. I'm going to tell you guys and break down the prices here. Alright, So here's the layout. The Xbox Series S, the cheapest option, which used to be, again, Xbox was, we'll talk about it briefly, but Xbox used to be in this affordable space. $299 up to $379, so almost a $100 increase. It's now right around $400 when you add taxes. The Series X digital was $449, now $549. The Series X with a disc tray was $499, now $599. 2 terabyte from $599 up to $729. Their wireless controller, which again is okay. I'll tell you later. $64.99 now. And again, their special edition controllers are now $79.99 and $89.99, up $10. Their Elite controllers are up by $10 and $20 from at $149 and $199, and their wireless headset is up to $119. I have no idea at all what Microsoft is doing, because you were in a great nestled spot. Look, we can all, because here's the thing, Sony can advertise themselves as a premium product. Their PlayStation 5 looks like that, the DualSense looks like it, their games look like it. Xbox, on the other hand, you look like a budget device in comparison, especially the Series S, which was a great MVP for value. Your controllers look like the value version. They are great controllers, but there's no specialty, there's no difference really, but even all the way back to 360. There is a very minor difference between the Xbox One controller and the 360 controller, and the Xbox Series controller and one controller is almost indiscernible. There is no real difference. They say there's minor changes, but you compare the DualSense to the Series controller, it's nothing. It is pathetic. And then again, like, the systems themselves don't give you that premium feel ever.
Before you get off controllers, it's just like what bothered me about the Xbox controller is because of the Xbox controllers is the reason third parties don't really put gyro in games, because they have to go multi-platform sometimes, and it's like, hey, PS4 controllers, PS4 and 5 controllers, gyro. Switch controllers, even back to Wii U, gyro. Xbox, no gyro. Gyro and sound. Oh wait, no. Well, Switch controllers don't have sounds, but is it Nintendo and Sony are having controllers for all these gimmicks, and Xbox here is just we're just controlling. That's it.
We're just sitting on the same shit. And yeah, that's my biggest thing is, this was fine. If your system is $299, and again, you haven't improved your controller, and you don't have a lot of games on the horizon,
I will give them that. The design, not the design of that controller, it's comfy as shit ever. It is. Again, they nailed it. 360 and 1, and I think the Series 360, and then they perfected it with 1, honestly.
Yes, and you had to make some changes with the Series controller, but all three of those controllers are extremely comfortable. But you look at, again, you cannot price this controller right alongside the DualSense.
Yeah.
And
the only innovation the Xbox One controllers has is they put rumbles in the trigger section, but only
that was one.
Yeah. Only few games use you can really feel that. There's probably games I've played that use it, but I barely feel it. Yep. But there's only few games that use that. One of the only games I felt that in was a Hi-Fi Rush and Tetris Effect, because it has music, and that was it.
With their announcement that they are working with ROG Ally for an Xbox-ish portable, and then they've halted development on their own in-house handheld. Again, you are a Sega fan. This is a slower death than I predicted. I thought that they would be dead already by now. They are selling way less than Xbox One even.
Isn't this is this still side money? Is this still their fucking lemonade stand compared to
back 360? God no.
Yeah.
Now it's technically more of a loss than a gain, because again, you see their price increase. We need to charge more because we're not making that much.
And they felt like they needed to put the bank on Activision for some reason, and it's I think that hurt them more than it fucking helping them.
I just don't,
because they had to spend all this money and doing all these court cases just to justify the Activision merger and shit, and pay for it. It was and make all these sacrifices with it. and make themselves look bad because they had to like tell them like how much they had to like show to the court how much they suck without Activision.
Yeah, and some of that was reported to be they overdid it to make it seem like they were more in a vulnerable position.
Yeah,
but it
made them look bad.
No,
it was embarrassing amount of stuff. It's like you going outside and just like pulling your pants down like, oh, look at my crotch, look how ugly my naked body is. I'm pathetic. See, I need this.
Now $379.99. Yeah, I think again like Xbox. It stinks because again they have the best. I think their user interface is very generic. It's very Windows-esque. It's safe, but their storefront is efficient. I love it. It's clean. It's the best, and we're gonna lose that eventually because again, like they're gonna just do Game Pass and they're gonna fade into the ether. I don't think. Again, if Xbox is still doing anything by 2035, that would be shocking. Yeah, I don't see it. I just don't see it. So, yeah, that's our news roundup for now. Spoiler alert.
Clock is running.
Tick, tick, tick. Tell me, you have a plan.
Let's hear it.
Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
The 8th film in the Mission Impossible franchise is The Final Reckoning. It's more than 2.5 hours. It's Tom Cruise back at it again.
72 hours and 45 minutes.
Mark.
49.
This is obviously the duo Tom Cruise, Christopher McQuarrie. They are back. This is the writer-director that teams up with Tom Cruise. They've worked on a number of movies together, notably the last 3 or 4 Mission Impossible movies. And what do you think about Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning here, or as it was originally called, Dead Reckoning Part 2?
This movie is not an action movie until like an hour and a half in. It's like you get some action bits, but they're kind of brief. A lot of the movie is just like a exposition, establishing shots.
Yeah.
Exposition, establishing shots. Like this is I'm just gonna get to my full opinions. Like this is like a fantastic action movie. After the first hour and a half or something, because I'm gonna be honest, I walked out happy, but during the movie I was falling asleep.
So here's a couple of things that I have to clarify. I disagree a little bit. Number one, I saw this on the IMAX screen down in Dulles.
Saw this in XD D-Box.
So I saw it on this. We both saw it in very nice theaters, but I saw this in the IMAX screen down there in Dulles is the full IMAX screen, 5 or 6 stories tall, fucking massive, and it really does show up with Tom Cruise doing all of his cool stuff. I think that this movie, I don't have an issue with exposition. I don't, because again, Mission Impossible at its core, even notably before Ghost Protocol, was heavy into that. There'd be there'd be drawn out moments of discussing things. But I think the beginning of this movie, notably constantly reverting back 3 or 4 times to what this AI is, over and over and over. And then, it's that was my issue. I didn't mind the shout out to Tom Cruise, to Ethan Hunt, a couple different times in this movie, because this is the final reckoning. It's, I have no problem with that. And again, I think that there are great things here. I think you can see why the movie was so long, because they let every actor, it's okay, let's say this is the last movie. We're going to have all of the core actors that have been in this franchise talk. They're going to have at least every scene. You're gonna have dialogue. You're gonna have dialogue. You're gonna have dialogue. And guess what? We're not gonna cut away from your dialogue moments. Everyone has something to say in their scenes. It's not just Tom Cruise says something and there's people around him and you move on. It's no, there's long drawn out dialogue sequences, and they're not drawn out as bad as some movies, but yeah, in certain moments you're geez. In other moments, again, you get to, again, I always loved when you get to, I don't remember if it's the CIA or whatever the government agency is, and you're talking inside the room. I always loved that, so I have no problem with that, and I have no problem with the team discussing things. It's just how many times they reverted back to the AI and the fucking monologuing of the villain. That's my issue.
That's the problem. Like, I don't have a problem with exposition, especially if it's important, because I like dialogue between characters, because I like character moments. I mean, a lot of French action movies, like, have to have exposition, or, like, just have dialogue in general. For me, the dialogue didn't really do much for the movie for me, especially, like, kind of because, like, it was just like a lot of what they were explaining was like, or the way they explained it was very generic. It felt like it was for the audience, and it didn't feel like it was useful for the character, because they were just like explaining things like the audience already knows, or like just explaining things that just happen. They kept doing it for a lot of this movie, because I know, again, a lot of these movies do this, a lot of action movies do this in general, but like, it's better when it's like very useful dialogue, very entertaining dialogue. The dialogue, I didn't find any of it like very entertaining. It didn't feel like it was that much of it was like for like character moments. It was just explanation. There's a lot of dialogue that is good for a character, like when I don't know, I forget the actors or even character's name, but like the guy who built the pill.
The failsafe tool?
Yeah.
Benji.
Who died.
Black guy. Ving Rhames.
Yes.
Explodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Benji.
Yeah, like...
No, not Benji.
I like the scenes between him and Don Cruz. I like any character moments, like, because I just like characters. I like dialogue, but like a lot of the dialogue didn't really feel like it's for the characters, or it's about the character.
It's about more the audience getting again,
like a lot of it's recapping or like giving an explanation, but it's like some of the explanation didn't really seem like it was that needed.
No, I feel
or could have been done better.
Yes, it's always, you could have shown instead of told. And like, even the whole "this will self-destruct in 5 seconds" thing in the beginning, like, that's my biggest issue. Is usually those self-destruct messages, they're not 15 minutes long. This felt like a 15-minute long, mission if you choose to accept. But the character moments, like, I thought it reminded me a lot of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, the final movie, where it felt like the writers knew we only have 2 hours, less than 2 hours, to close this book. And so the villain kind of falls apart in that way. Like, in that movie, the villain isn't as valuable because the movie is going out of its way to really, really, really enjoy and seep into this idea of tethering these relationships together a little bit more, working with some of the side characters a little bit more, and you get these moments that are like, oh, this is great, because we're not going to see what's going to happen next. This is it for this universe, and that's what it felt like for this movie. Like, you get the send off for Ving Rhames' character, and he's talking with Ethan. And again, I thought it was for a nearly that's coming up on. It's 30 years. In about a year, it'll be 30 years since the first one. I think it nails, again, having those moments for the audience, because, I mean, that's some of the things that the MCU masters, is having those moments for the audience to seep into. But again, like, that's why this is less Mission Impossible and more closing a book, and it's so obvious that it's closing a book in that way. I want to talk. What do you think was your? Go ahead.
Before you get to that, I just want to say, like, again, when it's done with Marvel, for me, it feels more like fan service than trying to recap. For Mission Impossible, again, my problem was this, like, it felt less fan service and more just like recap. It wasn't there for the enjoyment. It was just like trying to remind the audience this is what this is, but not doing it in the most intriguing way either. Like, I think MCU nails it at both, where like, it reminding you this is something from the earlier movie while trying to explain it in an entertaining fashion.
Right.
Usually,
I think one of the other issues is, again, we have this ticking clock. The world's going to end. Nukes. Again, it's like, we got to go higher. We got to go more extreme. So every group's nukes are now under the control of AI, or they're increasingly getting under control of it. And I think one of the issues that I had through this movie was, like, you had this lovey-dovey thing that was constantly happening, and it's like, you guys don't have time for this. And Ethan, you know better. Like, We don't need this fucking lovey-dovey shit, like, in the middle of the fucking, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Another thing, Tom Cruise is getting, I think, too old for this. I will say by the end of this, I'm gonna do a brief, like, I have my top list of actors that should replace Tom Cruise in this Mission Impossible franchise if Paramount wants to continue. But yeah, Tom Cruise, it's like he's persuasive. Notably, you have the submarine fight scene. You have the and like in some combat scenes, he's persuasive enough as the big action hero that can kick ass. But in others, he's the old guy, and you can tell he's the old guy, and he's too old for this shit. That's not bad. He's literally old. It's his franchise. He gets to do that, but it was obvious. What was your favorite action sequence or set piece? I think the submarine for me.
Oh, easy, planes. Disney Pixar planes. I thought the submarine was kick-ass. The planes for me, it took me out of Mission Impossible, and I told my family this after watching. I was like, I saw it with your family. Yeah,
I was like, this is cool, but it feels like we're no longer in Mission Impossible. We're in Tom Cruise wealthy fun flight stunt sequence. And usually it's like, okay, I could understand the Burj Khalifa, tallest building, you have to get into the building.
Wait, I'm sorry, the submarine didn't take you out of it where Tom Cruise is like at the bottom of the ocean, stripping to his fucking underwear.
And he still doesn't explode. I know, that, yes.
And he bumps up against ice. Somehow still gets saved.
You're not supposed to, I understand, you're not supposed to believe this. It's the same way that the Kremlin explodes in Ghost Protocol, and he's fine, basically. He has a couple damaged things here, but he's fine, practically. I just felt like, again, the whole sequence was cool, but it just felt like, the Tom Cruise just wanted to do some stunts. And most movies, again, you get to Rogue Nation, he's on the side of the plane, the big bomber plane, and that makes sense, and it fits. He needs to catch on to this, he can't get in immediately. He finds a way in, but he has to hold on to the plane. That makes sense. That doesn't feel like wealthy Tom Cruise moment trying to do stunts. This feels like, here's my thing, the planes and the colors and the whole the colorfulness of the planes kind of takes me out, again, of the idea that this is Mission Impossible. It feels like we're doing stunt planes, pilot wings. That's my thing.
I mean, I think it was still fitting for me. It was just, the colors of the planes didn't really matter. Just like, it was just Tom Cruise doing stunts. The only thing is, it wasn't just like, it wasn't very suspenseful because the villain says, I got the only parachute. Tom Cruise gets in the seat. Oh, I got another parachute.
Yep.
And like when the parachute burns out, Jesus, spare parachute, he's fine.
Yeah, it's like,
but like his stunts were still cool. It was just like that wasn't very suspenseful right there.
Yeah. I will say I loved this movie. It edges a little bit close to Maverick, because you can tell Tom Cruise really loves Navy and planes. He loves anything to do with the Navy and planes, because holy shit, when it was confirmed that he was going to go onto an aircraft carrier, I was like, are we?
Yeah, he loves.
Is he about to get into an F-16?
He loves playing. That's why the end of this movie is him just like sexually like gripping.
Yeah.
He's sexually gripping planes.
Sorry,
he's doing it on screen in front of all of us.
I should have context here. Military planes. He really loves the Navy and military planes that are within the Navy.
Yeah, he's not holding on for life. He's just sexually gripping them.
Right. No, not the stunt planes. I'm talking about the military. Like, he really, really, really enjoys this. This was so close to Top Gun that it was like he could have bumped into it himself.
Dude, it would have been a fucking... Maverick. They should have just like played into it, because it would have fucking been like an audience clap moment. It's like when he gets into the plane, he starts controlling it. You hear like a drum beat kick in, and like, what song is that? And you're like, welcome to the danger zone.
Yeah. But yeah, I love everything inside the submarine. The crew inside the submarine was very cool. The commander was nice and chill, cool vibes. The submarine sequence I thought was awesome, because again, it's like no one wants to be in a fucking area full of nukes, let alone inside a submersible deep inside the water with nukes that are bouncing around like playthings. Like, fucking terrifying. And he's swimming around in there, and it's not It's a grand idea. It's like, man, what a cool concept to center your set piece around. Because again, you've done everything. And that's one of the things that you notice in this movie too, is he's been everywhere. Like, Mission Impossible has been everywhere. So where do we go? We go to the Arctic. We go to South Africa. We go to places we haven't been in the Mission Impossible franchise, just to kind of change it up. And that kind of means that he goes to these more barren places.
Yeah. I guess like the settings aren't that interesting as the other movies. The sequences are good.
Because he's gone everywhere. That's what I mean, is he's gone everywhere, so you've got to go somewhere. So it's like, all right, we've done Paris, we've done Europe, like we've done all the big Europe stuff, we've done all the.
If this is the last one, I mean, it wouldn't hurt to like go like revisit the interesting settings just for fan service. Why not?
That's fair. I think you got away with it. I will say though, yeah, like, listen, the Bering Strait is not the most interesting place to be. You know, again, I like how they tethered that one actor, same actor from Mission Impossible 1. That was a very, very cheeky thing to do. I love that. That was like, I thought the coolest part of the movie. Because outside of the Tom Cruise like hand job the movie was giving, it was the only moment where I was like, oh, this is a good workaround back to Mission Impossible 1. I think if you literally got rid of all the 20 minutes of Tom Cruise send-offs, and you just said, hey, this Mission Impossible 1 guy, he's critical to the story, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a very nice thing.
My other thing is, about what this movie is, like, it's supposed, it touts itself as, like, the final one, or, like, the final reckoning, but, like, it sure doesn't feel final. Like, it doesn't feel like it's, like, even by the ending, it doesn't feel like it's doing a victory lap of the franchise. Like, it just feels like it's just like another day in the life of Ethan Hunt, and the adventures can still continue if they want to. And it's like, everyone's still there. We only had one death, but like, you know, everything is still in peace. If we need to like have another adventure, some shit goes wrong, we can just call up Ethan Hunt on the phone, and like we tell him, hey, it's a crisis. I don't do that anymore. It's a big crisis.
Right.
You get to jump on planes. I'm there.
There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm with you. I think this movie also, it's not a good sequel, because its goal was to be part 2 of Dead Reckoning anyway, and because they had so much exposition, and they kept calling back to things that, if you just finished watching Dead Reckoning Part 1, like, you're like, why are we spending half an hour on this on recapture?
By the way, it's just, Dead Reckoning was so much better. It's fucking fantastic. It's fun.
It's funny because I remember we finished Dead Reckoning and we both thought, yeah, but it wasn't Fallout. It was like, it's still great, but it's not Fallout. And that's
yeah.
It's like, so the bar is like, it's a little lower, because again, this is, it draws itself out for a very long time. Final Reckoning. It has the same villain as Dead Reckoning, but it doesn't do anything with him, really. I mean, like, it was like a stupid Scooby-Doo chase in the beginning, when they see him in the beginning and he's like running away from Ethan and his love interest.
Yeah.
It was like, what are we doing? Why is he running away like it's Scooby-Doo? And it's like, he gets away barely. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's so fucking stupid.
And it's like, the start off of this movie just isn't really that iconic, because like the start of Dead Reckoning was fucking awesome, but like because like he just like gas the whole room and it takes off the mask and it's fucking him. This one, especially the way like the first thing, it's so he plays a video of like the president is like, hey Ethan, your dick is so huge, I love you, this is the president,
you're the best,
come over, call me sometime, baby. Yeah. And I think it's more like and then like the title sequence pops up when
30 minutes after by the way, 30 minutes into the movie, you get like, the title sequence. Jesus Christ.
The interrogation scene, like when Ethan and his girlfriend is tied up, it's okay. I did like the cartoony moment of like, they cut away to like Ethan like fucking murdering these two guys, and like you see like the ladies where they're like, oh.
Yes.
And then like and then it cuts to the title sequence, and it's like, yeah, that's okay.
But they had to show that Tom Cruise is still hot, so he has like his shirt is like tattered, and like he's got like, I don't know, like muscles on his neck and all that shit, and it's like, I will protect. And he like, I would protect you. They were gonna kill you. I'm never gonna let anything happen to you. It was like, what the fuck? Can we get to the intro? Fucking move on.
You know what's funny? I just recently got done like yesterday, I was watching like an episode of Jellystone, and they were watching this movie about Secret Squirrel.
Yeah.
And like they kept coming back to the movie, and they had a joke where a running joke where Secret Squirrel, like, everything was bugged, and it was like, I think my shirt is bugged! Yeah! And he keeps ripping off his shirt, and like the female character's watching the movie and was like, oh my god, he's so hot. In the last movie, his pants were bugged, and it's like, and they keep coming back like, my shirt is bugged again. Yeah! And the end of the episode, he like confronted the villain. When they come back to the movie, he confronted the villain. Now, like, and he's like, "Now take off your shirt. It's probably bugged." and then they made a joke about like the cliffhanger stinger, and like I think like these Roman guys who probably were like from some other hamburger property, like they were the stinger, and they came out of the shadows and were like, "We need to talk to you. We think our togas are bugged."
What the fuck?
And they just like the movie ends.
That's grand. That's grand.
It's such a funny show.
That's very much analogous to the situation with Tom Cruise in that moment. Again, shout out to Simon.
I think one of the best like intros. I forgot which movie it was, but like it was meta because Tom Cruise just like start the fuse, and then like it starts because the intro is a fuse to the bomb.
Ghost Protocol, I believe.
Yeah.
Because it goes.
Is that the one Brad Bird directed?
Yes.
I think that's my favorite because like I think it has my favorite action scene where Tom Cruise is climbing up the building when the glove it's like because like Brad Bird likes to stack things on top of things, plates and juggling plates happen, and like that was going out. Meanwhile, you cut back to they're like the mask machine is fucking jammed.
The machine is jammed, and you know they're trying to change the numbers on the run, and everything's in balance. Everything's critical.
Yes.
Again, I think. Before I, briefly back on Final Reckoning. Shout out to Simon Pegg, kicks ass still. It is crazy seeing Simon Pegg old because I've watched Shaun of the Dead so many times. I've seen him in Hot Fuzz. I've seen him in so many things that it's like, damn man, like you being old, being the old man alongside Tom Cruise is fucking nuts because you are so cool. But I'm glad that again he's been able to stay with the franchise the entire time with Tom Cruise. Well, I think he started in 3 or 4. And he's been alongside Cruise ever since in this franchise. I think nothing for me tops Ghost Protocol. Again, I think Fallout, we talked about, I think the further away we get from Fallout, the less recency bias. And that's a gold movie, but I think it's right there with Ghost Protocol in terms of how fun and grand it is. But there's so many moments that are great. You have the when you're in the heating duct or whatever, and you have Jeremy Renner in there, and the temperature's getting hot. Like at the end of the movie, like that's interesting. And like you said, the Burj Khalifa is interesting. The dust storm is like an interesting dynamic to put into your movie. Like all of it, there's so many things in Ghost Protocol and it's a tight movie too. This movie is not tight. So as a Mission Impossible movie, it kind of is difficult because it doesn't do that. So yeah.
Yeah. Just a minor nitpick is like. I know all of this was probably recorded a while ago, but like it's still you could still have like just Jeremy Renner just cameo in there because his character's not dead, but it's like it's not but like it's treated as is dead. I know they were gonna write it dead at some point, but they didn't. They could just like have him cameo watching the news or some shit, or act like he's talking to Ethan Hunt over the phone, like Ethan, you're doing or something like that. And it's like if there's a final reckoning, you can just show everyone's here.
Have him just work in the government. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, have him as a government guy, like one of those guys.
And like, there's no reference to his character whatsoever.
Which, by the way, good subversion of expectation with Nick Offerman's character, the general, because he had a gun, he grabs a gun, you think he's going to be the guy to potentially kill the president. No, another guy kills the president, then he's there, and he's kind of shocked. Now, I don't know if that means that he still was going to kill the president or put her in harm, but it did seem like there was something at play there, and they did a good job of subverting the perception that he was the one that was kind of shady on the inside. Whereas, again, like, it was a different guy.
Yeah. But yeah, like, for me, in conclusion, this is just like, I like the action scenes enough, but like, I can't...
This is a YouTube clip movie.
Yeah, I can't rewatch this whole thing. I think this is definitely one of my one of my least favorite Mission Impossible movies. I think it's just like, because a lot of these are high, like a lot of these Mission Impossible movies are really good. So I think there's not one I really dislike. It's just 2, and it's like this is just above 2, and then that's it. And then like everything else is just like you can place either or. And then my favorite is the Ghost Protocol Brad Bird one. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I do, before we move on briefly, I know we're starting to get a little long on this, but we're not at the point where Tom Cruise is super fucking old. So I made a quick list of my top candidates to become the new lead for Mission Impossible, because I know Paramount probably would want to keep this thing going. But I think the Tom,
in the list. We're good.
But I think the Tom Cruise thing, but I think the Tom Cruise thing is that he's been in control. But again, the last two movies have lost money significantly. The last one faced off against Oppenheimer and Indiana Jones, and it did not make money. And then this one is not going to make. It's like, they need like to make $1 billion. They're not going to fucking do that. So like, they're not going to keep playing to Tom Cruise's fucking wealth stunt aspirations anymore. So here's my top list. You have Michael B. Jordan. Now here's the thing. I need to understand. I need you to, for context. Tom Cruise joined Mission Impossible when he was the young top celebrity. Again, you're talking mid-90s. Like, Tom Cruise, well-known guy, well-known superstar actor, but he joins Mission Impossible, jumps in. That's the type of thing that we're talking here. He's mid-aged and he joins Mission Impossible and he makes that his movie. And it's basically the idea you're seeing this cool actor that everyone knows about, and now he's doing stunts and he's saving the world. So, Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. And everything else he's done. Like, he's so well known, and it's like, you just would have to sign him up for the idea of, hey, if you want to do some stunts, we're probably going to want you to do some stunts. Daniel Kaluuya.
From the name's not immediately familiar with me.
Daniel Kaluuya was in, why the fuck is this, what was he in? Was he Get Out, right? He's in Get Out, he's in, he's Spider-Punk, but that guy. Now, again, that doesn't help because you don't fucking see him. He's voice acting. But
is he the main character of Get Out?
He's also
Nope.
He's in Judas and the Black Messiah as Fred Hampton.
Is that the main guy of Nope and Get Out?
Is that the same actor?
And Nope is it's the same starring role.
Yep. Nope. Get Out. That guy. You have Grant Gustin. He's more under the radar. He's been known more for his control of the Flash series. He is the main actor there. Sebastian Stan. Again, the MCU has done a lot to help him, prop him up. But he's a great actor. He plays great. And again, you could easily see him kind of, if you're going to make a, whatever you want to do with it, he could easily play that.
What is he from?
Sebastian Stan. He's the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember the characters they play. I first sometimes they don't like.
It's all good.
The name characters.
Dave Patel. He was in Monkey Man, if you remember. Again,
he's the main character of that.
He's the main character of Monkey Man. I think he could play because again he would subvert expectations, and again he can kind of slide in and out of wherever he is. So it works very well for that idea of again trying to work in missions in space like that. And then you got Austin Butler, again, some bike riders, things like that. He's kind of too big of a presence. He's kind of too obvious of a face. But I do think that all of these actors could easily become that Mission Impossible guy that could lead into something new, and then just carry the franchise. Because again, this is the better Bond. For the 21st century, this has been the better James Bond that we haven't had from James Bond because they've made like 5 movies.
Harrison Ford, he's been in action movies this year and last year.
Fuck yeah, man. Harrison Ford, he can still do it.
Especially if he was like, he should have been in this movie. He should have been the pilot, been like, get off my plane.
He should have been, yep, 100%. No, he should have been the one to dive into the submarine and come back out. Yeah. All right, Mission Impossible Final Reckoning review.
Final Reckoning.
What do you think? Worth it? Not worth it?
Oh, not worth it. Just if you're trying to marathon all of them, see it on streaming. That's
tough.
This is not
at the end.
Huh?
Marathon. If you're marathoning the whole thing and then this one at the end, that is.
Yeah, so you can fucking go to sleep in your own house if you want. Well, you're gonna look at your phone while the exposition is happening, and then or fast forward. Fucking fast forward, do it. Fucking fast forward all that shit, and just go to the ending where all the cool action shit is.
Yep. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. I'd say it's worth it. It still is solid, but again, there are way better Mission Impossible movies. So.
You knew Mr. Miyagi?
I came looking for you. Lee needs help.
Karate Kid, Legends.
After helping a local family, our main character finds himself challenging the greatest and must come out on top. with assistance from Ralph Macchino's Danny LaRusso and Jackie Chan's Mr. Han, can Ben Wong's Li Fong come out victorious? This tethers the original franchise of Karate Kid films with the Jaden Smith-led remake and the Cobra Kai series. Mark,
I've seen nothing of Karate Kid in general, and
Really?
the only thing I've known Karate Kid is like the training sequence that's like parodied by like every TV show and cartoon. Walks on, walks off.
Yes.
And that's about it. I've seen nothing of the movies, the remake, Cobra Kai, this. Yeah.
I feel it.
I got nothing here. But like it looks interesting.
I've seen the original. I've seen the Jaden Smith remake film. I think that both of them. The original's legendary. The Jaden Smith-led movie, it's definitely not bad. I think it's actually very good.
So I got questions. So does the Jaden Smith movie, does it already connect to the older Karate Kid movies, or is it trying to be its own thing?
It was trying to be its own thing. Now, including Jackie Chan means that they've tethered the two together along with Cobra Kai. But clearly, it's like, again, I think it was smart. I know there's some people that are going to be like, man, they should have put fucking Jaden Smith in. It's like, they don't want the fucking controversy, dude. Can you get? He's wearing fucking hats, fucking house hats on his head. He's always in some shit. You know, his dad is always doing some shit, slapping people.
So wait, was this?
Look, it's a mess.
So was this? Is the other character from the? Was he the Karate Kid, or was he the master in the other?
Who?
Who's not the other master? Who's not Jackie Chan?
Danny LaRusso was the Karate Kid in the original.
I'm guessing the master of that movie was very old or dead.
Yes. In fact, that's why in the beginning of the movie, if you remember, you see.
If I remember, I haven't seen him.
You see him in the. There's a reference back to 1985, in the beginning of Legends.
Oh, in the trailer.
No, in the movie.
I didn't see this movie.
You didn't see this? Why am I talking to you then?
I said I didn't see anything. I said even this.
I thought I was setting this up for you to talk about. Like
I didn't see shit.
All right, I'm gonna time this for 5 minutes, and I'm just gonna tell you my thoughts on the movie. I didn't realize that I put this in the second.
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't have put this in the second slot if I knew that you hadn't seen this.
That's what I said. I didn't see shit.
No, I thought you were saying you hadn't seen any Karate Kid stuff before.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So Legends again. This family comes to the Big Apple from China. It is literally kind of reversing the format. Instead of going to California, instead of going to China, instead what we're getting is going to Manhattan. And I think one of the biggest things is this is a disappointing Karate Kid movie, but it's more importantly a disappointing presentation of a lot of things. Sony has done New York several times. Number one, they are the studio that does Spider-Man in New York, and then they are also the ones that did Spider-Verse. And they've done, I'm trying to think of the other movies that they've done in New York. There's no identity to New York in this movie. This is such a sanitized, this could have been Montana. Like, I'm surprised. There was no energy at all that we were actually in New York. Like, it feels like they shot this on one street and they were like, we're good. And then, walking around New York, there's no real energy to the city. It's not like, hey, here's tons of people walking past you, and here's life and exuberance, and here's a guy bopping to something, and here's this and that. It's like, this is the gentrified New York. Like, there's no life here. TMNT Mutant Mayhem makes New York a person. It makes it a person. It makes it something to look at and believe in and see as an identifiable thing. This is a generic city, and it really destroys this movie because he's a fish out of water.
Sorry to cut you off. Which TMNT specifically?
Mutant Mayhem.
Okay.
I didn't realize it didn't say it. I did. Thank you.
Snitch.
This movie would be so much more beneficial because the whole thing is we're climbing up to. Eventually, when this movie gets its shit together, you're climbing up to the 5 boroughs fighting competition. But you don't have any personality to New York. So this idea that New York is that there's anything interesting happening here, or that there's interesting fighters, there's nothing interesting here. And the fighters aren't interesting. In fact, because the first half of this movie is spent on helping a random pizza shop owner it kind of falls, like, it doesn't build anything. It, like, instead of building New York's character, it builds up this random family, this pizza shop owner and his daughter. He has a crush on the daughter, and then the pizza shop owner owes money to the mob or something. So now he wants to train and fight, and, you know, the pizza shop owner wants to fight, but guess what? We get all the way through about half the movie, the pizza guy loses his fight. So then the kid takes on the fucking responsibility for some fucking reason. Now it's his role to fucking do this, to help a random ass family that has nothing to do with him at all. This is not really his story. This is the pizza shop owner and his daughter's story. By the way, the daughter's over here. There's usually a love triangle in Karate Kid, but holy shit, she's over there like loving all over other guys like on a regular basis. This lady, I can't believe that he's actually interested in this chick. Wild.
She's such a whore.
And again, I just, there's no definition really to the family because, again, we're not spending a lot of time with the mom, who's the only family member there. The movie doesn't get his shit together until the pizza shop owner's in the hospital because he lost his fucking fight, and then the kid has to train. Because if we actually just focus on the kid training, then we would get good training time, good development time, and then we'd get to the 5 boroughs, the big competition, and it would actually matter. So I want to present the here. You get to the 5 boroughs. This is the big competition. This is the big fucking thing. Because the movie spent so much time on this shit in the beginning, we zoom through the first like 4 fights. We just go cut. And by the way, first 3 fights, because it's a montage, he uses the same move 3 times. It's like, could you change it? Why would you have him do this? This is like it shows that there's no differentiation or any. It's like, what are we doing? Why would you have him use the same fucking move 3 times to end 3 fights in the middle of this competition? And then he goes up to the final. Then it's the final. Within like 3 minutes, we're at the final because we didn't have time to fucking develop this. We're at the final. He wins, like they make it dramatic, but it's like by the time you get to the final, it's like, why would I really feel like this has any stakes? Because we know, like, you're not gonna get injured, you're not gonna die. There's not even like a moment of like real injury here. It's just he got training from Jackie Chan and Russo, and it's just, yeah. This movie, again, it's much better when you have all 3 of when it's Spider-Man No Way Home, because that's what it is. When it's Spider-Man No Way Home, when it's Jackie Chan, LaRusso, and the kid, and they're training together, holy shit, this movie's actually got shit together.
So, my question is, like, is there fan service from that gets reference of the other movies?
Of course, because you have Jackie Chan, and, and you've got LaRusso, and it's like, that's the, yeah.
I know, they're there, but, like, are they connecting tissues? Are they, like...
Yes.
Oh, so they're explaining things that happen in the other movies, like referencing.
Yes, and they're showing the core thing is they keep saying is 2 branches, 1 tree, right? Like like they essentially to tether the Jaden Smith movie. It's like okay, I took these lessons and I learned and Jackie Chan took those lessons and he formatted them this way. So 2 branches, same tree, and it's fun. Like again, when they're together. Fucking grand.
And I guess when they recreate some scenes too from older movies as a like fan servicey thing.
No, we get only 1 sequence in the very beginning, and that's one brief scene. There's no callbacks like 78 times like in Mission Impossible. It's just we are.
Not callbacks. I mean like recreation for the sake of fan service. Like
well, of course, you get yes, but in different forms. It's different, and that's good. But again, like. Without the character of New York, which is shocking, and this idea that the pizza shop owner and his daughter are important, it degrades the movie significantly. And then you finally get the movie going, but you've wasted half your runtime. And so, again, what would be interesting, the fucking fights, they have no basis in anything because it's about a guy that's not connected to the family, number 1. He could lose, and his family would be fine. Like, just a heads up. Like, this has no fucking bearing on shit, and he would be fine. Like, so, yeah. Like, I don't, this is a disappointing Karate Kid movie. I think the Jaden Smith movie's better.
Really?
You don't,
I don't know fucking
so, yeah.
I regret saying shit earlier because I should have just, like, let you ramble on and then, like, said the exact opposite, like, I think it's one of the best action movies this year. I loved it. Like,
That's cool.
Like,
that's cool. Yeah, but Karate Kid, do not see it. Do not seek it out. Again, this is another YouTube clip movie where you're gonna see these moments. Seeing Jackie Chan still, like, because he's part of the choreography where they're doing the training, and it's like seeing Jackie Chan at his age, like holding up in choreography is fantastic. Like, not with a stunt double, himself. It is still good to see, because it's like, man, I don't want you to die.
Since like things are
getting old, but like, you know, it's good to see that you're still kicking ass, even though you're slow now because you're old. Like, but it's great to see.
Since things are connected, like, does anyone from like? I haven't watched.
I don't know about Cobra Kai.
Yeah, anything from Cobra Kai shows up? Or?
I don't. At the end, there's a reference to a guy that was in the original Karate Kid movie, because he's like working with LaRusso. So,
because what had me interested in the general concept of this movie, because like I fucking love crossovers, and it's like I even love when like franchises like have reboots, and what gets me to watch those franchises is like if like even if I haven't seen anything of that franchises, like that reboot collides with like its older stuff. Like Turtles was doing that even before I started watching Ninja Turtles, and I was like, I love crossovers, so like I want like that got me interested in wanting to see like the Turtle shows. Like I just love crossovers in general, especially when they're done well. And I was looking up like reviews and scores and was like, okay, so I wasn't interested in like I was going to look up. Try to find time to watch a bunch of Karate Kid movies and probably like an episode or two of Cobra Kai and then watch this. But I couldn't find the time, and then I heard the scores for this one were just like not as great, so I was like, I'm not gonna bother. I got it.
This movie probably would have done a lot better if, again, because this came out a week after Lilo and Stitch, and Lilo and Stitch wasn't getting great scores either.
And Mission Impossible.
Well, yeah, but they're not compete. I mean, but technically they're looking at that older audience and younger audience. They went both, so you're right. But it should have chewed more. It should have been number one this weekend because it is a known entity. But again, I think the problem is the big factor is that I haven't mentioned is the main character suffers a lot through the fact that this movie tries to make the love interest the main character at moments. Like, she takes a good chunk of the movie, and it's very weird. It's like not a good chunk, but like 20% of this movie is about how she feels and what she's about, and it's like I don't give a fuck.
Is she an independent girl boss?
The dad was a former fighter, and he runs the shop. But then when he starts training, she's mad, so then she has to take on more of the responsibility, and she becomes sort of that girl boss.
Yeah,
like, you know. So yeah,
girl boss.
But yeah, I don't. Again, watch if you want to fish out of a water story that has personality of New York and is a great character story. Just watch Spider-Verse 1. Yeah,
you don't really need a reason or condition. Just watch Spider-Verse, right?
Karate Kid Legends. I spent way too long.
Why are you watching this fucking podcast? Watch Spider-Verse, dude.
Watch Spider-Verse.
Going on the subject real quick. With these movies, it feels like they have limited runs because like we were going to Bryan added Shadow Force to the list, and I thought he's seen it, and he put my name under it specifically, and I didn't fucking watch Shadow Force. But like for us, it's usually going to the theater because we're reviewers, or like we like to be reviewers, so like we just go see, like we try to see any big blockbuster we can, any movie we can in the theater that looks interesting.
Yes.
Because also, like, we're kind of also aware, like, box office, like, movies earning money at the box office has become more of a problem nowadays. But, like, what's
higher budget movies.
Yeah, well, just in general, because people are just not going to the theater. But also, like, what's bigger chore,
Minecraft made a ton, Lilo and Stitch made a ton.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't work for every movie, I mean.
Right.
What I'm getting to is, like, what's the bigger chore for us is, like, the time window. Because, like, it seems like a lot of these movies just don't have a lot of time. Some of these feels like, for, like, a regular showtime, it's just, like, 1 week of showtimes. And, like, we just, like, miss them. Yeah. It's, like, a week and a half or, like, 2 weeks tops, which is not a lot of time. And it's, like we just, like, when these movies come out, it's like, if we don't have that, like, week and a half opening, it's gone.
Oh man, that's Jerry.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. This is my dream car.
I hope you get it one day. This thing is absolutely cherry.
Friendship.
After meeting a cool new neighbor, played by Paul Rudd of all people, Tim Robinson's Craig Waterman finds new purpose in life through meeting a friend. Mark, Friendship, I love the way this movie sets itself up in the beginning and then it just kind of snowballs into what it is. It's like, holy shit, what a movie this was.
Alright, just start off the bat. No Marvel spoilers, please. I don't want any Marvel spoilers.
That Marvel is supposed to be epic.
Is Tim Robinson on the writing crew for this?
He's got to be. I mean, he's done a lot of shorts, if I'm not mistaken.
Because a show was within something in similar humor, which I think, I'm not sure if the director of this movie worked on, but I know Tim Robinson and his crew worked on is there's a sketch comedy show on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave.
Yes.
And a lot of the humor is very similar to like the awkward
the pacing. Of the jokes.
Yeah, the sketches themselves are morely about like awkward human interactions, yes. Or this movie is definitely kind of feels like an expansion of it. Yeah, an expansion of those sketches.
Yes.
Have you seen those?
They took one. I've seen a few through YouTube. Okay. Netflix. But yeah, because they've taken that concept and it's like, what if we just carried it out through an entire week with this guy, or a couple days with this guy? I like how in the beginning though they make you feel sorry for him for a second, and he takes that away as he does the entire movie.
Oh, this movie goes back and forth with that because it makes you. It does start off making sure this guy. He's just he's kind of he makes things about himself because the movie starts off with them in a community.
It's a meeting. It's a
therapy circle.
Therapy circle. Yeah.
Therapy circle, and his wife is explaining she hasn't orgasmed in a while. And he's just his introduction is him looking and oh, well, I orgasmed just fine.
Yeah.
And no one's literally laughing with him.
You can just tell immediately, not only are their compatibilities not together at all, you wonder even why they tethered themselves together.
He's not reading the room or the situation or the energy of the other person.
He's not reading his wife, of all people. He's not reading the room. He can't read the room. Any social dynamic he's in, he's trying to get the beats right. It's again, he doesn't really know. It's almost Patrick Bateman, American Psycho-esque, without it being going all the way that direction. Because he's not actually... He's like an alien in a human suit. He really does not know how to approach any dynamics that are relating to...
Because what this movie is good at doing is, the character himself... He's going through relatable situations.
Yes.
But, that's what makes it more cringy, in a good way, of, cringy, when he handles those situations badly. Because it's I've been through situations where, I feel excluded in a group, or, I'm just trying to find people to hang out with, and everyone is just busy. Everyone is just, everyone's no, I'm doing this instead. I already got plans. Sorry. And it's I guess it's just me.
He does not, you're right, in that way of, again, this felt very elementary, learning how to, he still has not learned where the buffer is. You learn the stuff in elementary and middle school, you don't push on that person to the extreme. You don't go show your whole ass. You don't go that far. And the moment obviously that sticks out is that, again, that one mishandling of the boxing, and then he puts the fucking soap in his mouth and he starts going to this clearly trauma-filled past reenactment of shit and it was so cringy I literally couldn't watch.
Yeah, so
I was oh.
Okay, uncultured fuck here. Is that a reference? Is that a reference to Fight Club? I know Fight Club has to do with soap.
I have no idea. I don't know if he was I guess he was. I don't know because I haven't watched Fight Club in full in a while, so I couldn't tell you. But it was either Fight Club or it was because everything he does is not something that he himself is doing.
Yeah.
It's something that he has learned works. Like it's like a reference to something or it's something someone says, and he kind of uses that to tether onto connecting with people.
Oh yeah, I've been to that situation where like this joke works with like this specific audience, and then like I explained earlier, and then like I go to like a different audience, and it's like a friends, and it's like what the fuck are you talking about?
Yes. Again, I think yeah, like it's freakish the way that again he meets this guy who Paul Rudd like he's very much in his Anchorman energy here. Which is fucking hilarious, because like that's all I could feel. His role is very Anchorman.
Yeah, I was thinking about Anchorman, and it's like also relate. I've been in both shoes. Right? Like I've been in like also like Paul Rudd's shoes, where it's like, hey, because like he finds a new guy, and he's like, and it's kind of the friendship is like he's kind of seducting him because he's showing off
cool.
He's showing off how cool he is. We're like, I've been in that mode where like, oh, this guy thinks I'm cool. I'm gonna keep showing off how cool I am.
When?
Huh?
When have you ever done that?
Shut up. and then like you just bring the new guy just around the other crew, and then he just kind of acts the fool around like the other crew, and you're just like awkward like. And I was like, shit, I brought this guy in.
And again,
like, I gotta cut this off. Like, yeah, we're not gonna be, we're busy today. We're not coming around today.
And again, that's where, again, Tim Robinson nails that energy of just trying to, because again, you feel for him at the start. It's very relatable. It's very much, here's a new group of people. I can kind of get my feet wet in this situation, but I don't want to embarrass the guy that let me into this friend group, but I also don't want to embarrass myself here, and I want to feel and seem normal. Like, he goes up to the balcony, and he stops for a second, he's like, come on, man, fucking get your shit together. Be yourself. And it was like, yeah, we've all had those moments. And then he even bashes himself into the window, screen door, and it's like, yeah, like, okay, that happened, but they moved on, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, it almost felt like it was going to be a moment, but it didn't, and it moved on. But then he gets to boxing, and he couldn't read it correctly, and you feel really bad about it. But then it just tethers. It just keeps tethering.
Yeah.
Like,
and
it gets where, again, like, he takes pieces of this guy's personality and applies them to, hey, let's go on an adventure, and like it takes his son to get mushrooms, and he fucking eats poison mushrooms instead of the mushrooms that the fucking guy knows. It's so wild.
Well, like, my journey was like, this guy he just needs a friend, and then like things aren't working out for him, like, and then like he just keeps going further. Like he already goes to places I wouldn't go in terms of like social interactions. Mm-hmm. But like throughout the movie, he just keep getting further and further and further. Like, I feel bad for him, but he needs to be stopped. He needs to be put at the end. And then like the ending, like when you get close to the end of the movie, and it's like, oh, okay, he's fixing himself. He's in a good position, and it looks like the movie's fading out. Everything's like zooming out, panning out. We're like, okay, we're at a comfortable end. And then like the what looks sound like ending music just kind of stops, and like more music creeps in. Like, no, don't go back in. Don't go. And that's me talking to the movie, by the way. No, it's like, don't zoom back in. Oh no. Oh.
Because he already went too far in like 78 different ways.
Yes.
Again, like just the idea of like when he went into his friend's house, when he went into his friend's house illegally, jumps the fence, like, or climbs the fence. Goes in, like, goes through his stuff. By the way, stops and has a phone call in the guy's house. Like, puts his feet up.
Okay, so also
sits at his desk.
I'm not sure if the movie's purposely subverting expectations, because like I thought, because like he's at a desk holding a gun and like in straightforward direction. I thought somebody was gonna walk in right at that moment.
Okay, I didn't know what was going to happen because, of course, you hear the girlfriend, but I
was thinking of how I was thinking of how worse this situation can be.
Yes,
because I was thinking like, oh, he's holding a gun in his hand. Somebody's gonna walk in on him, and because he's holding that gun, they're gonna call the police immediately. And it's like, oh, he avoids getting caught in general.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, so where's it going from here? And like, also another thing is when he knows of like Paul Rudd's secret of like being bald, and like, you know, tattling to the cops of him being like arrested. I thought like, oh, he has both Paul Rudd's self-destruct buttons. He's about to like end Paul Rudd's career, and like, oh, he doesn't do that.
He doesn't, but again, he just wants to wear his fucking skin. Because even when he's, after all that, and he goes back to the office, he does the fight thing just like Paul Rudd did in the previous scene, where he's like, let me go, I want to fight him, and it's like, that's what Paul Rudd just did. And he literally just learned, he just wants to wear his fucking skin. It's so creepy. It's like, dude, holy shit. Even in your anger, you're just copy-pasting. And obviously, like, and then he follows the way, like, he wants to do something nice for his wife, but he can't think of anything because he doesn't have an actual personality. So which again, why are they together? No fucking idea. But like he takes his wife down into the sewer, and then the wife fucking vanishes, and he's just not. He's not there. Yeah, he's just not there. That's the whole point. He's just not there. And man, it's nightmare fuel. This guy.
Oh yeah. Again, for me, it's also nightmare fuel because it's like I can relate to like a lot of like also like I said, Paul Rudd's situation, because I'm pretty sure the people that I know that will probably walk through my broken door and fucking touch my stuff.
Yes, of course. I mean, again, everyone. I think most well-rounded people can relate, because again, that's the thing with Paul Rudd's character, is he's just a well-rounded person. It's not that he's the coolest guy. He clearly has his own flaws too. Right. He's just a well-rounded guy. He's not perfect. Like, anyone can relate to him. You can relate to Tim Robinson's character, but you don't want to at a certain degree. Like, I could relate to when he has like his work friends in the basement. And not basement, in the garage, and he's like, you know, he's trying to get the energy that he had with Paul Rudd's friend group together, and it just doesn't gel because these people are different, and it's like, oh, okay, like, that's just a thing of trying to find the chemistry of different groups. Like, I've been there in the past, like, you know, it's like, but not in that previous factor, but it's like, yeah. But
you sure?
But you
sure about that?
But the catchphrase. But you can definitely relate to both. You know, again, like, it's just some people don't have that cap to kind of seal all that stuff in. And again, I think one of the things about this movie that's great is I think it's a good window for people, like, because if you take this and just make Paul Rudd a female, that would wake up so many fucking guys. Like, hey, stop.
I think this would be a different movie.
Let's say they were platonic. Just stop.
Still a different movie.
Okay, but yes, but just can you work with me here?
I'm trying to. Yeah.
Just instead of Paul Rudd, it's a female, and he's doing and Tim Robinson's doing the same creepy shit that he was doing with Paul Rudd's character. It's like, he wants to wear skin, he wants to be around him. Again, even in my relationship, the first relationship I was in, years ago, like back in like middle school, it was like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I wanted to be around that person, and I kind of lost myself for a second, because I wanted to do everything that person liked, right? Like, that's just something that happens to some people. But that's middle school. That's not fucking adulthood. You gotta get those things together, you know, but that's some things that you do in life when you especially like a person. But again, that's the warning. This is a great warning for any fucking creeps. Like, just don't try to wear the skin of the person you like. Be yourself, literally, and back the fuck off. Let him breathe a little bit while you're also doing that. Because if he just did that, it would be a comfortable thing. Like, that's all. That's friendship for me. Any final thoughts?
This was a fun movie. And it's enjoyably awkward. It's enjoyably cringe.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's almost not to a degree. It's like
I know, that's why it's enjoyable. That it's like I was just like I gotta keep looking. And again, the At Night I Think of You song, it's like perfect to end the movie on. And you have to start the chorus because the actual song starts with like our secret guest in the background, I'm talking about At Night I Think of You. It ends on that song, and it's like that's a perfect song to just like smash cut to like the credits on.
And like you said, it recontextualizes.
Yes.
So it recontextualizes the song.
Yes.
The song for me was like, it's just a chill song that you could put on.
It's about a woman idolizing a boy, and she had a fun date, and she wants to like call him again. She thinks of him at night.
Well, it's not just calling. It's like, I mean, again.
She wants to call again. You listen to the lyrics?
It's more than that.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, I appreciate your Cliff Notes variant. I needed that. By the way, we're gonna move off of Friendship, and I want to ask you a question.
I know. I'm talking about the song, but yeah, it recontextualizes like where it's like he's where it makes him sound like a stalker. Where it's like,
no, exactly.
If he was singing it, he was like, "At night, I think of you."
Yes. 100%.
But that song just like it's so upbeat and so fun. It just works as a fun end credit song. I think it would also like work with like one of the best Marvel movies, but like I think one of the best endings to a Marvel movie for me is the ending to Homecoming, where it just like because like not many movies end where it makes you laugh and clap. Mm-hmm. And like that ending of Ant-Man going, what the fuck?
Right.
If that song played with that would even be more funny.
Hey Ginger, you okay? There's a psycho dressed up like Brendo trying to kill us.
After a father-daughter duo moved to a quiet small town, they learn there's something quite mysterious about those who live within it. This is Clown in a Cornfield. This is a feature that came out in early May. Mark, we have two different perspectives on this. We talked about this movie before together. I thought, this is a fine movie. This is a fine direct-to-streaming,
it is a Shudder movie.
Generic-ass movie that doesn't do anything too magical, but it's a fun time to put on in the background. It is. There's nothing grand about this, and again,
I just want to say because
sorry, I'm going in. Go ahead, tell me about your thoughts on the movie.
No, because I just want to say because I remember we talked about it briefly too Until Dawn, and I'm glad you said it's a fun time to put in the background. I remember your description. It was like
Halloween.
On a Halloween night when you wake up and you're blind and you're deaf.
Yes.
And you're probably dead.
Yes.
But this is on while your corpse is rotting and you can't see or hear anything.
That's when you put this on. Clown in the Cornfield is a 5 a.m. Halloween marathon movie where after everyone's already gotten so knocked out and they're maybe one person's awake.
And they're all dead and you're probably blind and deaf. Because we were fucking fighting between this and Until Dawn. You like Until Dawn, I hate it. I like this, you hate it. I thought this was just a fun cheap B movie. It was what got me with this one is it's just intentionally funny. And comedy, if it works, is an easy sell to me, and I thought the humor in this movie works. The kills weren't very creative, but again, because I'm not taking the movie seriously, and the movie itself doesn't want me to take it seriously. I thought it was funny, and I wasn't taking it seriously, and it was I just said that, but I just found the everything enjoyable, and a lot of the character moments were really fun too, especially when you find out when the audience finds out and the characters find out one of the characters is gay. That was a very fun moment. I don't think this movie's amazing, but I just enjoyed my time with this movie. Again, it is a like you saw in the trailer. It's a Shudder original, so it is a streaming movie that they just put in theaters limited. Shudder does that with a lot of movies.
I didn't know
Late Night
until this point.
Yeah,
so.
Late Night with the Devil is one of them.
No,
it's a Shudder movie.
It's one of them. Yeah.
It's a Shudder movie. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's on.
That's the only thing that connects the two.
Yeah. Yes.
This is
yes. That's my point. fucker.
It's the distributor.
Don't you dare compare my son to that.
Exactly. Exactly my point.
But no, it's a fun movie to watch. It was a fun time for me.
Yeah, I understand. It's not trying to take itself seriously until it kind of does with the adults, and like I think again, like if I want to see a movie, a horror movie, a slasher movie, notably that doesn't take itself seriously, and plays into all the typical tropes of high schooler coming to a new place and the vibes are different and the energy's off and shit like that. There's like 1,000 of those. I thought that again, what it plays into is again this typical 90s sensitivity, and it does it fine. And again, like it plays into, hey, we're not like, who cares? Like do these actors look like they're in their 30s? Yes. Does it matter? No. The clowns are everywhere. Yeah. Okay. Have I seen this concept done better in Hot Fuzz, the Simon Pegg movie from 30 years ago now? Yes. I think again, like this is some of the kills are brutal, like sure. But again, like if I want to see brutal kills in a horror movie that is in the 90s, I could watch 90s movies with low budgets that do just that. This movie, I was like thinking, okay, if and again, it's a product of the time too. Like if you're watching this in theaters at the same time as Final Destination, just watch Final Destination. If you're watching this on streaming, you could watch 1,000 other movies that are more fascinating than this. I think again, like it's not terrible, but it's not doing anything special. And again, we've had horror movies this year that have been absolutely fantastic. That I thought, okay, or just slasher movies in general that I thought, man, I really could recommend this because I'm getting a different window into the perception of like the director, or what the director wants to show me has a slightly different tinge to, what I may have seen here or there.
Final Destination's a slasher.
Exactly. Like Final Destination feels different.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about like
or the monkey, right?
Okay.
The monkey was grand. I liked Hard Eyes with that. I liked again. There's like we've had movies already this year where it's like, okay, like I could go and like tell you, hey, there's 3 other movies this year that.
Oh yeah, you can recommend me to other movies, but I'm just talking about this movie and I'm reviewing what I just saw and what I think about this movie. I think it was just fun time, and it's like it's. I also enjoyed the setting and the setup of the setting that the town kind of worships this clown, and like these kids are making fun of the clown, like how like kids will make fun of like certain mascot characters,
yes,
and like portray them and like in an adult way, like they're not supposed to be portrayed. And this one, the town worships like a mascot clown, and like the kids portray him as a killer, Friendo, and like a theme is from the entire town. It's like, don't fuck with Friendo, and like he's going after the kids, and I completely get the setting, and I like the tropes of the character. Like again, none of this is original, but like I can still enjoy an originality if it's just done in a fun way, and it's just handing you all the stuff you enjoy, like sure, and I enjoy the tropes of the characters they pick. So like I like the bratty like, oh, they had like 2 bratty girls on this crew, on this clique. Like they have like a jock. Yep. They have like the prankster. They have a video. Like I enjoy these because these characters are very one-dimensional.
Yes.
But like I think they have like they're having fun with the one dimensions, and like I mean I'm using that word repeatedly, but I thought it was just fun. It's cheap. It wasn't like nothing is creative. Not even the kills are that creative. They're just generic kills. But I thought I thought they were just like funny because they were just like done like they're just like very. It's just very cheesy. The movie's very cheesy. It feels low budget and it feels cheesy, and it's like purposely meant to be cheesy. And even the intro is like the kind of reference other movies in a way. The intro is kind of like referencing Jaws, and like I know I remember there was other references, but I can't remember. But like this, the plot is not perfect, but like I didn't take it seriously, so like that's why I was just like able to like. Just enjoy it for what it is, and it did make me laugh.
I feel you. Again, this would here's what I'll say. This should become a video. This should be a video game. I think we've graduated from this typical type of shit, where again, just put it like don't even put it in theaters. or have a small premiere. Have fun with it. Again, like, dog my movie. Whenever I make a movie, dog my shit all you want. All right, because I know, like, my first movie is going to be whatever. Like, so whoever this team, cool, good job. But as a movie, like, no, like, I think we've graduated past this, like, this style. And again, like, we've done the cheeky nod to shit from the past before. Like you brought up the characters, it's also tired. And again, it would be more fun if, again, this were a video game, because again, we've graduated less from this, and kind of put it into a video game. Have yourself be make the character be playable, or all the characters be playable from their own approach, you know. And then you're dealing with trying to get away from the fucking clown guy, and make that a video game, and that would be maybe more interesting.
I think it depends on, like, the person, what tropes you find tiring, because a lot of movies we watch just have, like, regurgitated tropes a lot. Even current Marvel movies, even Mission Impossible has regurgitated tropes. But it's about ones if you feel like they're tired of. I'm personally not tired of the tropes these movies like this movie did. If another movie came by like that plays the exact same way, as long it's like it's fun in its own way, and it gives me something to remember it. Like I can enjoy it just for what it is. I'm going to just to get a point across. I'm just going to score the movie, and it's like I would usually give this like this probably wouldn't be like a positive. This wouldn't be viewed positive, but like I think it's a solid like 5 out of 10. Yeah, this is like middle range because I enjoyed this. A solid 5 out of 10. It's not great because like there's other movies I would put there's other cheap B movies I would put at a 6 out of 10, but like I will say this is a good 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Yeah, I just think don't see it in theaters. Like that's my ranking.
It's not in theaters by the time
that's what I'm saying. It's like this has the context of where we saw it and where people will see it. Like if it's on Shudder, which it will be, this is a solid Shudder movie right here. This is a solid streaming movie. This is not but in theaters, you're paying for tickets, you're paying for all the stuff. You want it to be a movie night, like. I
mean, I don't think the theater needs to be like prestige all the time
but I think you need to at least have like this, and like the monkey, right? The monkey kind of does a little bit of different things. I like that you're working with things that are not identical to things that we've seen before. This is a tired thing that we've seen time and time again, and that has been replicated.
I view it as an old-fashioned thing. Like it's playing old-fashioned tropes. Like this is just like an old-fashioned, going to see it like thing. Yeah, seeing an old-fashioned thing in the theater. I think that's cool. I think you can watch this in a theater and enjoy it because that's what I did. Yeah. So like I think you can see this in a theater.
Well, you also have stubs, so
Huh?
Yeah, so
I didn't use those when I saw those.
Ooh.
I go to different theaters too.
Very nice.
Actually, no, I did see them, but I paid for my sister's ticket.
Nice.
And she enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
I say see it like this is fine. This is fine to watch in the theater. It's very old. It's like old fashioned drive-in movies.
This is the lowest quality slasher movie that's come out this year. Just to give you perception. But
is it? There's some shit we haven't seen. This is the one you've seen.
That we've seen so far this year. This is the lowest rung of the ladder. Yes.
But I don't feel it's bad now.
What am I doing here?
Deliver the mark to us alive, you get your life back.
Fight or flight.
Bullet Train is back with Fight or Flight, led by Josh Hartnett.
The same guy's Bullet Train?
Oh, absolutely not. But this is...
What the fuck you mean Bullet Train is back? It's a fucking plane, dude.
I know. Welcome to Bullet Plane.
You mean Flight Risk is back? Because that's another movie about being trapped on a plane.
Flight Risk isn't Flight Risk
It's a movie about these two, they're trapped in a helicopter.
No, but that's a different situation. I'm talking about...
But they're trapped in the air.
We literally talked about this when we came out, like, this is Bullet Train on a plane. That is not...
I know, but you should, like, you started off Bullet Train is back. Okay.
It's Bullet Plane. It's not... I don't even know who it's not Brad Pitt. This guy, Josh Hartnett. And he's got the clothes, he's got the...
That was the second time doing the intro. It's not Bullet Train, it's Bullet Plane. You should have said that.
I should have. But this is Fight or Flight. Mark, I think as a movie, look, we just talked about Clown and Cornfield in terms of having fun. The only thing that I can say about this movie is, again, all of the cast brings their all. They clearly had a lot of fun and chemistry with the fact that everyone gets a moment here in their sequences and their choreography, and that's where everything shines. But beyond that, this is just a diet bullet train on a plane, and, yeah.
Died Dr. Kelp.
Literally. So, yeah. What did you think about not Brad Pitt, the movie?
That was alright. It was alright. I was a lot of fun action sequences.
Yes.
Certain comedic sequences go on for too long. Maybe the trippy one.
The trippy one was 5 minutes too. It was 3 minutes.
Yeah. Because I didn't find it that funny. So they could have ended that joke a bit earlier. But overall, it's a decent action movie. Not because the writing isn't that amazing. Especially the script is kind of. Not script. The story overall is pretty stupid.
Very weak.
Very weak. But action sequences are pretty decent.
Yes.
I thought this was a nice movie. The ending is weird. Because the way it just abruptly ends,
really
and
does.
in a way it was you should have had a melancholy travel to the sunset ending, and then save that ending what you have for a mid credit or post credit scene.
Right.
Because when you do an abrupt end a post credit or a mid credit, because I usually don't apply post or mid credits to a movie's overall experience. Almost all Marvel movies are kind of careful about that. The only one that isn't is in my opinion is The Eternals, because that actually ends with the giant guy just taking away all the Eternal characters, and it just cuts the end next movie. Wait for the next movie to find out.
Right.
But overall, okay afternoon flick for me. I saw this in just a afternoon while I was just skateboarding in Las Vegas.
Again, there are fun things to take away from this. I know I came in hard in the beginning, but one of the things that I always even again comparing this to Bullet Train, is how long until things fall apart so much that the plane itself or whatever form of transit can no longer exist in normalcy. That is fun.
The movie presents that early.
I do love that aspect so much, but it falls apart rather quickly. But I do love the all right, let's try a little bit. But then it falls away rather quickly. The one thing that they tried to get away with is, of course, this is the Queen of the Skies. This is a double decker plane, I believe. So, or it's either a long plane or it's a double decker plane. One of the two. So they tried to do what Bullet Train does, which is Bullet Train has multiple train cars, so you can get multiple different sequences with those train cars, and different people are in those train cars. Here, it's you already are in one part of the plane, and it was so you have to find a way, because you only have so much space on a plane in comparison to a train, a long bullet train that has so many different train cars to work with. But I thought the actress that is the actual thing, which again mirrors Bullet Train again, because again it's you got the small chick who's no, she's actually the one. It's not some other guy. She's the one. She's the actual thing. That you need to look out for, and it's a very petite chick that still kicks ass. Gotta watch out for her. Karithra Chandran is what her name is. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's her name.
I always have a hard time pronouncing foreign names.
She was fun to bounce off of with the not Brad Pitt guy, because that's what he was doing. But again, every other person, and that's Josh Hart. I was just messing with that. I know who he is. But again, it's the fact that everyone, you could tell that all the actors, whether they were just in their seats or any moment that they had to get involved in some sort of choreography, it was clear that they had a lot of fun with it. And that's the thing that I think is cool about this movie and the sequence. And there's little differences here, so it's not one-to-one to Bullet Train, obviously.
I like the initial set where the plot of the movie is they're trying to find this mystery guy who is hacking all the banks and doing all this hacking shit.
Yeah.
And apparently, because the thing about like thing with it, the plane is everyone is also looking for the mystery hacking guy, and it's like there's a hit on them, and every assassin has boarded the same plane as the hacking guy, and they don't know who the hacking guy is, so they assume it's like each other. And I wish the movie would kept going with that concept, because very soon, like within the within early second act of the movie,
the halfway point, they are.
Yeah, but for the act, like before the like halfway point of the movie, we the audience find out who that secret hacking person is. And I wish it was more of a mystery if we kept going for that a bit longer. I think it would have been cooler.
Also, I mean, the purpose behind it was very cheeky. It was very, yeah, they're slaves in these places. It's like, yeah, are you gonna take down all of them or just the one?
Yeah, it was like this ambiguous supercomputer device it can't fall into the wrong hands. It's gonna be
Yeah. I thought, again, there's little funny pieces of dialogue at the headquarters of the main place with the old lady and the guy that clearly wants to be the boss, but then you have this other office worker that's way better than him and efficient at working, and that's fucking funny. And then the back and forth between the old lady and everyone in the office was great. The banter, but yeah, it was just, again, like, you can watch this. I would say if you want to, this is the Bullet Train cinematic universe to me. So, like, watch Bullet Train and then watch this.
I'm sorry, I really like Bullet Train. I think it's in a different league than this movie.
It is, but this guy is a worse. He's not as good as Brad Pitt, so he got tasked with doing this, and he's a different. Like, in my mind, this is the same universe, but he's not as good of an agent. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what's happening here. But you're right, like, way different league. I mean, and the actors they had in that movie, way different league.
The reveal they had of an actor at the end of that movie was incredible. Even like they didn't have like I'm not gonna spoil it, but like because for anybody who's seen it, but like it's funny. You just see the face. Like the joke is like he's there and he doesn't even have a speaking role, but like it's still funny just to see him there.
It is amazing.
But like we're talking about Bullet Train, but like Firefight. No, okay, you can skip this one.
Yeah. Fight or flight, guys. Toodaloo. Yeah.
Also, with that ending, like, for a non-franchise movie, that's pretty cocky. Or overconfident. Because, like, it's like, are you sure this is gonna get a sequel? Because, like, if it didn't feel like a here we go again ending, it feels like this story will continue the next time we come around.
Demon Slayer Mugen Train came back into theaters briefly in anticipation for the upcoming Demon Slayer movie later on this year, Infinity Castle, which is much further along in the story, of course. But Mugen Train wraps up season 1's adventures of the series. I saw it in its re-release. Mark had already seen it years ago, but as someone,
the movie's old.
This is from 2020 or 2021, I believe. Mark, thoughts on? We don't have to get deep into Demon Slayer, of course, as a series, but for the film itself and where it values its value for the series, what do you think about Mugen Train there?
This was I haven't watched much of the regular series. I've seen like little bits and pieces here at an anime club, but like I thought this was like a fun shonen movie. My thing about this movie is like it's not often you like at least from what I've seen, an anime movie is canonically important to like the franchise or like even ending a season, because most often these movies are like an anime, like its own like movie land, and it ends to a point to where it gets right back to the status quo, to where it doesn't have to be like referenced again in the actual show. Spy Family left. So you can name it plenty. Fucking Pokemon had like a forever amount.
Yeah.
But like with this one, this is like very important to the plot, even to the point where like this has been like sliced into broadcast episodes just so like the TV audiences don't miss anything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, this was a fun anime. This is a fun anime movie. I enjoyed the whole mystery of like what's going on with this train. Like a bunch of like supernatural stuff is happening, especially with what's going on in the train and like the dreams of it. It's fun to try to figure out that mystery, and like I haven't seen much of the earlier episodes, but like I do get it does do a good job at establishing like the main character's struggles, and I did like feel for those emotional scenes.
Yeah, I thought after all that, like, throughout the movie, I think I told my sister after watching this, Natsume Hane, who voices the main character, I think he deserved a fucking Oscar nomination for his voice acting in this movie, because just on throughout this movie, and like obviously this is nothing new in terms of how much passion is delivered. Like that's one of the great things about so many anime is how well and how grand they choose their voice actors for their roles there. But I mean, he really delivers in key moments. Like notably at the end of the movie when Jesus Christ, it's been so long. I'm trying to keep up with everything here with a character.
It's been longer for me. I can still remember some stuff.
I understand. I'm sorry. But when Kojiro, when he's like, dead, like this is a spoiler talk. I'm not fucking. I don't need to hide anything. But when he's when he's already essentially dying, and it's like he wants to go after this level 3 villain, and it's like, dude, you're running. Like he gives this passionate speech because he knows this motherfucker is only leaving because there's sunlight coming. This bitch is leaving and taking the advantage of that. He fights in the night. He doesn't have the balls to fucking finish and fight at all. He's such an asshole, and he's like, man, like this film has so many great, I think, just dialogue moments and delivery moments that are phenomenal. Again, between the two top heat characters there, you have the guy, again, I'm just going to keep saying the guy, because again, I don't remember these character role names. And, yeah.
Well, I can cut this out, but like, usually what I do is I just, I don't know if your phone is already occupied, but I just go.
But, yeah, again, I'm bouncing around here. But, look, Akaza, again, level 3 guy, he comes in, because they can sense that this is not the lower level guy he lost. And it's like, that should have been enough, and everyone would have been fine. But he comes in, he uses night as the advantage, he fights one-on-one, and while he's fighting, I mean, again, like, the fact that, Akaza is so confident that he's telling the guy, like, he's telling this legend here, like, hey man, I'm gonna kill you, and it's gonna suck, because you're still good. You can still be so good. We're going to train you. You could be better. Like, we could train together. Like, I'm going to kill you, and it's going to really fucking suck, because you're great. Like, you don't even understand how great you are. But after I'm done, and you're dead, you're going to be sorry, because you don't live anymore. Like, the cockiness, the fucking balls to say that is astounding. And again, it's very somber. It's very somber when it's very somber, but yeah, like
I love when a series like that like treats a main character as he's a special one, especially when he deserves it. He's building his way up to it. So like one of my favorite parts of this movie is like these kids are trying to go into the dreams, and they're trying to destroy like their dream core. There's center orbs.
Yes.
And they're trying every time they try to get to it, like the person in that they never successfully kill a dream core, and like they because every time the person like gets to the realization like, hey, what the fuck you doing near that, and like one of the kids are going inside the main character's dreams,
Kendra,
and he gets the closest, but But like he has to stop because he just looks at his core is the most. It brings him to tears. It's the most beautiful thing he's ever seen.
Yes, it's like it's such a pure soul.
Yeah,
and it's like there's no way. And again, like to see, we already knew.
I love when like characters like are like main characters that are pure of heart that are not like overly corny with it.
That aren't overly corny. That aren't cocky either. Like
they're deserving of it too.
He's deserving of it, and that's why he's such a great character to follow. You know, and I watched season 1 all the way up to this back when it came out. I think this came out the first or
first 2 episodes,
first or second week of May. And so it's been a little bit, but it's not too far back.
Yeah, good series. Just never have the time to finish it.
It's great. Oh yeah. His first season's great. But yeah, but Tendril, like you said, like that whole thing, where you know what he struggles with, what his like is going to be deep in his soul, what he's attached to the most, and it really fucking sucks that he has to leave this because he would love to sit in this forever. He would want to be in this dream forever, where his family is alive and everything's good and everyone's perfect and, you know, like, and nothing could go wrong. Like, and it's a beautiful moment in time, you know, like, but, like, and it really sucked the moment when he has to walk away from them and the youngest one is, like, just screaming his name, like, yelling his name, like, you know, and I couldn't imagine. You know, it's like, and again, like, you're not, just seeing how pure of a character he is, like, that's tough, man. That's really tough.
He just knows this isn't right.
He knows this isn't right, but he also knows that it's the Matrix thing, where you can eat the steak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can eat the steak, it's fake, but it's not really you. And there's no fucking way this is you. And, you know, and he moves off it, and it's beautiful that he moves off it and grows, and that's great. Yeah, like, again, there's a reason why he's such a great character to follow. And he leads very well, you know. Like, so, yeah, man. I can't remember if I think it's Inosuke who has the boar mask.
Mm-hmm.
And those two make a great duo, obviously, when they're together. I do think, again, you need the comedic relief of Zenitsu. Zenitsu, I believe. You need that.
I don't remember any of these names.
So he's the guy that wears orange.
Yeah. Okay.
And he makes like he's never serious until he needs to be serious.
He's in love with the demon sister.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like, that's great. Like, you know, I will say throughout the series, like, and even like in the first season, like, it's like, I understand you need the comedic relief guy, you know, and everyone will have their own likening or dislike to him, but again, I'd preferably not have him be the lighthearted fucking laugh around guy. It's like, we need to get this done, and you're the only thing holding us back until you take yourself
seriously. I see both sidekicks as like, they're very comedic, but they can be very serious in the right moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The boar the guy. I mean,
I like all these projects. I like
I love the team. I love the team. Like, it's a great team. It's great, and these are complementary to Tanjiro. So it's like, you know, yeah. And again, as they're going through and they defeat it's such a fight as he's got to kill himself. It's like, holy shit, this thing's amazing. Like, when he's at the front of the train and he's got to defeat this demon, and he's trying to keep putting him through these dreams. It's like it's so intense and incredible because, again, he almost multiple times straight up just kills himself because he's trying to get to him. He's trying to get the opening. He's trying to find the opening, and it's like, holy shit, man. He's got to brutally revisit this over and over and over again. Like, this is again, like, this is one of the great movies of, I'm something that's short, but I want to wrap up my thoughts. This is one of the greater movies to me, if you've watched the first season, especially, but like you said, you've only seen a couple episodes, and I'm sure you probably watched a wrap-up or something.
I didn't watch a wrap-up or anything. I just watched I vaguely remember the first
couple episodes.
Two. I think that's all I've seen of it. First two, but like, I was still able to get this movie was still good at introducing these world and these characters. I was still able to get what this whole thing is about. So like, even introduction level, like, it's still the dialogue and the action, everything with this movie, I think even if you haven't watched anything, I think you can still find enjoyment out of this, and I think it might make you a fan of the show and make you want to go back to the show itself. So it does. If you watch this, if you go to this movie without watching anything else prior, I think it would just sell you on the show.
Yes. And what you'll find is, again, I love that I think we talked about this in the beginning. It literally starts where the first season ends, which is, again, like you just kind of couple that, you make it easy on the viewer, you just connect it and keep it moving.
Because overall, it is just a good movie. It's just more rewarding if you've watched this show. If you haven't, it's just a good movie.
Yes.
Yeah. And the last thing I can say about this is, like, the art style of this entire show is just... Yes. I love the style of the water every time, like, he uses it on his sword.
Yes.
It's just like, and the coloring, it's just like, I love... I don't know what type of the ancient, like, Asian art style it's like trying to... The name of it is trying to, like, take inspiration from, but, like, it plays that style very well.
Alright, guys, that was the wrap-up for... May. Of course, you can find this and more at screenblastpodcast.com or Screenblast Society on YouTube. Mark, where can they find you?
If you're BGE, you can't find me at my house. Stay away. I want your fucking smart thermostats. Inside joke, people. But, like, you can find me at K9 Biscuits. That's K9BISKUBS.com. Wait. KUTS.com. K9BISKUTS.com. I can't spell. Yeah, but yeah.
He's starting to get to.
Yeah. We have to close that window for those pesky church bells.
Of course you can find me at Bryan the Baltimorean on Instagram. That's and find me at Democracy, ATHEMOCRACY on YouTube, guys. Appreciate you for watching this wrap up. Stay tuned for more. Mark, get him out of here.
Get me off the screen first, stupid.